In a perfect world, no child would go hungry.
In a perfect world, no family would face difficulties.
In a perfect world, no one would need to reach out for help in a time of crisis.
In a perfect world, every family in our community would have access to the basics that are essential for a healthy life.
Unfortunately, this is not a perfect world.
And sometimes, people just need a helping hand.
A helping hand that is free of judgment, free of shame, and free of charge.
Emergency Infant Services meets the basic human needs of newborns through 5 years old of families that find themselves in crisis.
I think as a community, it's our responsibility to support the most vulnerable children. I think it makes a better world to live. We have to start by taking care of the young ones, as they grow into adulthood and make sure that they are provided for. With EIS, they provide immediate support for those in need.
As amazing as it was that EIS served nearly 17,000 Tulsa children last year, it's astonishing that there are 46,000 children in Tulsa that still need help. There's so much room for EIS to grow and to serve that need and fill that gap.
EIS manages their money very well. In fact, 92 cents of every dollar goes directly to the babies and to the families. So they're great stewards of the gifts and the giving that they receive.
40 years is a long time. I think that EIS has done so much in that 40 years from the very beginning, and so many of the volunteers that were there at the beginning are still there. I think that as EIS follows its mission to provide the basic needs to toddlers and children, they'll do that by growing in the community. They need more space, they need more funding from foundations, individuals, companies, and I think that we need more in order to continue to feed and clothe more children.
One of the greatest things that EIS does is they help families in a time of crisis, in a time of temporary crisis.
The goal for EIS would be to grow to be able to fill the gap between the 17,000 children they serve every year and the 46,000 that could use our help.
Well, I think for anyone that's ever been around small children, just knowing that there are children in our community that may be without food, maybe without clean diapers, or the ability really for their parents to provide for them.
We can't let that happen. There's no reason to let that happen because we have a great philanthropic community. We have this generous population. We have the resources. EIS has an amazing staff and an army of volunteers that are there 5 days a week, now serving 4 different locations.
Give your time, give your money, go down and tour, see what they do because what they do is amazing. And you cannot understand it until you've seen it in action. Volunteer and spread the awareness so that we have more money coming in, we have more volunteers that want to help these children and these families.
The best estimate for Tulsa County is that 55% of children live below the poverty line. That's 46,000 children in our community. These are our neighbors. They're children that we should feel responsible for. EIS is able to serve the needs of 17,000 of those children a year, but that leaves a huge gap in children that we could be helping, that with your help we can help.
So when you support EIS, think of it as making this imperfect world we call home just a little bit more perfect.
Every family we serve and every child we feed, clothe, and protect
Ensures that hope is alive when our precious children need it most.